And we're joined now by women's ice hockey beat reporter Tyler Melito. Tyler, thank you for coming on.
Cameron, pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to have you here. And for Syracuse, this is a weekend that they absolutely needed. Felt like everything went right for everybody, but star of the show, got to be Jessica DiGirolamo. Not for what most people would think of her for.
No, not at all. Jessica DiGirolamo plays defense, but it was her offense that was phenomenal this weekend. And it must have been whatever was in the water in Missouri, might have been her because she turned 22 this weekend, but 5 goals, 6 total points, increasing her month of February total to 7 goals, 8 total points. And clearly, on the offensive end, when she makes an impact in her career, Syracuse thrives. In games that she has at least 1 point during her career, Syracuse is 31, 14, and 1. So I am willing to argue that she is more impactful on the offensive end than defensive end, and she's pretty darn good on the defensive end.
Well, heck of a birthday week for her.
Yeah.
Came in with 6 points, left with 12. That's how you
times
do
2,
it.
right? Yeah.
The offense took a lot of the attention, but on the other end, Lindenwood found life much tougher thanks to a bounce-back week from Allison Small.
Yeah, you mentioned that bounce-back week. She got pulled in the first game against Mercyhurst a couple weeks ago, and then against Lindenwood. 4 goals allowed over the entire series, 65 total saves, and a save percentage of 93.8, as you see on the screen. And that's been the story all season long. There were a lot of talks about whether or not she can handle a full-time starting job in net, because she split time last year with Adi Cohen and struggled at times last year. But she's been phenomenal all season long. 428 saves, 7th most in the country, and then save percentage, 93.2 on the year. That is 18th in the country. You take out all the players that have played fewer than 10 games, Small's played 15, she ranks 8th in that category. And she also surpassed the 1,000 save mark for her career, 6th SU goalie ever to do so. So just an overall phenomenal weekend for what is a brick wall in net for Syracuse.
You could say she came up big, and that's something you've definitely heard before. The Orange are sitting at 6-6-1 in the CHA right now. There's 5 games left before the tournament. What does a weekend sweep like this do for the team's momentum heading forward?
Well, a 3-game winning streak is going to do anything for you in terms of a season. But Syracuse, they've had a lot of heartbreak this season. 6 games out of their 8 losses have been by 1 goal. 6 total games this season out of their 15, the Orange have either led or were tied entering the 3rd period and did not win. So those are going to be huge momentum killers. So the fact they were able to get 3 wins in a row like this late in the season is huge. They got the 2 games against LIU this weekend, although not a CHA opponent, still 2 more opportunities to get games, and then an RIT game next Tuesday, February 23rd. And the Orange have beat RIT twice. If they can get 3 more straight wins, have 6 going into that final series against Robert Morris, a team that has been really good this season, Syracuse can have a lot of momentum and really start picking things up for the CHA tournament in early March.
Definitely something to keep your eye on, and you can do that by following Tyler on Twitter, @MelitoTyler, to stay up to date on all the latest news and scores from the team. Tyler, thanks again for joining us.
Cameron, thanks for having me.
All right, coming up after the break, spring games have begun for more Olympic sports on the Hill, including a match of many firsts for